ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Welcome to another session. Before we begin, can you just confirm if I am audible properly? Okay, it seems I'm audible on all platforms. So let's begin with our sit first. Let me put my phone on flight mode. How can this notification come even when it is on flight mode? Hopefully there will not be any more interruptions. Let's begin. I will keep the time for you and make yourself comfortable. Keep your spine erect. If you are seated on floor, keep your legs crossed, spine erect. Hands on thighs, relaxed. If you are seated on chair, scoop yourself to the front edge of the chair. Make sure your back is unsupported and straight while it is relaxed. Keep your feet flat on the ground if you are sitting on chair. Hands on thighs facing upwards. At this point, you can remove your specs. Close your eyes. Let's start with a couple of deep breaths. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax. Another deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax even more. One last deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax completely into this one. Allow your breathing to settle in its normal rhythm. Observe your breath, observe your body. Make sure it is completely relaxed. If you find yourself distracted by sounds around you or your thoughts, gently come back to observing your breath. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Rub your palm against each other. Generate some warmth. Cup your eyes with your palm. And slowly open your eyes. Okay. So, looks like the time change has caused disruption, but I think it's fine. Last week there was a question: how to stop obsessing over people's opinions. I can't help but feel we are being directed to being subjugated to a certain outcome. And then they also said, don't forget my question, Sumit. So, how to stop obsessing over people's opinion? So, there are two ways to go about this, about any question. One is to understand how to do something, and the other way is to understand why something is happening, so that the how to stop it or how to do something else apart from what is happening becomes self-evident. And when you are in this mode of trying to understand how something happens, how to do something, there are a lot of people who are gonna tell you about how to do something, and that's all influencer business these days. Right? Everyone is trying to tell you how to be rich, how to be famous, how to be a good programmer, or how to do something, how to not do something. So this question of how to stop obsessing over people's opinion is the kind of question people feed on. The kind of people who want to tell you exactly what to do. The kind of people with whom you can't help but feel you are being directed to being subjugated to a certain outcome. This is the exact kind of question that they feed on. So instead of this, if you start asking why kind of questions, a lot of noise will settle down automatically. If someone is telling you how to get good grades, ask them why to get good grades. Let's see if they have a um, convincible answer to that. If someone says how to be rich, let me tell you how to be rich. Let me tell you, I mean, invest in this fund, or invest here and then it will grow so much in this many years. Ask them why. Why do you think I should become rich? How to be a good person, right? Why to be a good person? It's such a usual and we don't even think about this when someone says how to be a good person and you should be a good person. We don't even question that. Okay, it's very obvious that we should be a good person, but when you understand that good and bad are relative to each other and you want to be a good person, that also means, and essentially that means you want to be at a state where you can say everybody else is worse than me. So why to be a good person is a valid question. So how to stop obsessing over people's opinion? This question can also be turned into a why format. Why do we obsess over other people's opinion? Because we seek validation. And we seek validation because we lack stability. We lack stability in our identity. We lack stability in confidence that we should have on our own abilities. So we seek validation from whom we think have achieved something, from whom we think will be, whose opinion we think matters for us to be who we are, or we think whose opinion matters for us to become what we want to be, right? So this is the why of why people's opinion matter to us. But the moment you become independent of all these doubts about your own identity and your own ability, a lot of times this seeking validation kind of tendency automatically settles down. Then you don't care what other people say. You know exactly who you are, you know exactly what you want to do, and you might know how to do it. You can do some research, but then if you put a little bit of practice into it, a little bit of activity into your plans, that also becomes self-evident that what works, how to get there. This is one level of solution. Like, this is the self-help level solution that you will get in self-help books. But then on a spiritual level, the question comes around again towards the identity. If I have a clear sense of who I am, then I will not be influenced. I will not try to be what I'm not. Or but But this question itself is very deep as to who we are, to understand who we are. There are many tangents to this that I can go about, but for the sake of this session, I think it's good that we can close here. If there is anything on Instagram or YouTube, okay, nothing is there, then fine. I think we are good to close this. Hopefully people will soon get used to this new timing and we will have better participation. But for now, I think we are good. Okay? Let's close this session and we will see in the next session. Thanks for joining, and let's close this up. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.